2022 has been quite a wild year for blockbusters, but one film that I think stands out from the pack is Top Gun Maverick. And to me, it's the kind of film that showcases what a summer blockbuster can really do, which is a film that is released in the time of year where people are off school and work and going on holiday and just making memories that they wouldn't make otherwise. And this film gives you a sense of escapism that happens in that time of year for many people, which got me thinking, the last true summer blockbuster that I can remember seeing and earns its title is the original Transformers, all the way back in 2007. I recently rewatched this, having not rewatched it in many years due to the quality of the franchise that it went in, and it does surprisingly hold up. It harkens back to the style that Steven Spielberg had developed in the 1970s and 80s with films such as Jaws, Indiana Jones, Close Encounters, and these pieces of work shaped an entire generation of filmmakers and changed the way we view films. Transformers doesn't do the same thing, but I think it did give people that Spielbergian feeling, that wonder, but for a new era, relating to the themes of drama with family and friendships, which are a common theme in Spielberg's films, and the spectacle that come with them. This film, in relation to those aspects, are around the young man and his car in the story, as well as the spectacle of the robots, the scale of the action. And I think due to this matter, this is probably the first and probably only film in Michael Bay's filmography where he's actually tried to be a decent filmmaker. Yes, there are things to enjoy in his other films, but this one actually feels like a film made with passion than just mindless action. And it's kind of a shame that he hasn't made this kind of film since. His visual style actually suits the story with the overexposed lighting. It does feel like a music video most of the time, but I'm just gonna say that this was the right choice to bring this franchise to the big screen. And I'll also defend his decision to change the designs of the robots, because even though they do look extremely difficult to look at with all their machinery, it added a sense of authenticity to them. And even though they did go back to the box character design from the show in Bumblebee, I do feel that this choice for a live action version of these characters deserved creative liberty. And speaking of the designs, the CGI, I honestly think that the CGI in this film is amazing to this day, and is probably better than the CGI we have today. And the fact that it's shot on film makes the CGI even more realistic, because so many blockbusters nowadays are filmed digitally, which makes everything look different. And I feel like blockbusters over the past decade have lost that visual beauty. The biggest strength of the film is how the robots feel huge compared to the humans, how we as audience members can look up at them like the humans do, and also the way they are revealed, because much like in some of Spielberg's films, the human characters are the forefront of the story, while the extraterrestrials are secondary at first, and then we get a slow reveal across the runtime. And I think this type of storytelling elevated the excitement of the action and the journeys that the characters go on. And the moment we see all the robots for the first time, it really makes you feel a lot of awe. And considering Bay is a director that deals with scale and scope in how he films scenes, it really makes you feel a part of the story. Is this film perfect? No. It has a fair share of problems, but has less than the films that came after it. It is a generally fun and entertaining film from start to finish, but within its overlooked brilliance, the problems aren't easy to ignore, and upon rewatch, I found the final battle to be too long and does fall into the mindless action category, unfortunately. And in many ways, I don't think Michael Bay can really escape that matter, since that's his style. And there's some writing choices that don't quite work, as there are parts where you sit there and think, why did that character do that? But overall, it has aged pretty well, and I think people should revisit it again with the series going downhill fast. It is a lot better than you remember,